Premier Sports Network, the sessions or today's whole theme has been about athlete management, but
Yeah.
particularly young football has been
Yeah.
discussion. They need a bit of looking after, and they need to be aware of some of the pitfalls out there, don't they?
Yeah, we don't put enough focus, or I don't think it's out there enough, the work that goes behind a young player and his development. And also, like you said, the downside of it, when players get released, what's the aftercare like? Is there a plan B? Is a plan B implemented within their structure? I know what it was like when I was younger. Plan B didn't come into it because all I wanted to be was a professional footballer, and that was the be-all and end-all. But more so now, particularly where there's more of a focus now on journeys and pathways and young English players, we really have to really promote the work that's been going on to kind of make them this all-rounded individual that will help them not just in football but in society in general.
A lot of discussions today, and one of the most engaging ones towards the end was about social media and the potential pitfalls there as well. Quite important. Kick It Out have been very active in promoting an app to help report, for example, racist, homophobic tweets. And you've got another one, I understand.
Yeah, we're developing a young players app now, just around the work that we're doing in the Premier League, to again give players the confidence if they are discriminated against for any reason, to be able to report. And it's also a news-based app as well, so there'll be the latest, academy news and something that's really tailored towards them. And I think the positives of that is to get people to understand, that you're not alone. I think sometimes when you receive abuse on social media, you fall into this little trap. One, you either want to respond, or two, it affects you in a way that might not be recognisable, and you may go in the next day and not on your performance, or not the same individual you normally are. So the app is there, or will be there, for them to utilise for their own purposes. Hopefully, we hope that it's not for reporting purposes, but we need to give them every avenue that they can to be able to do that and to be able to communicate effectively.
And a lot of club player liaison officers here today as well. How important is it that they all work in tandem with organisations such as yourselves and others that were here today?
I think it's important that all of football gets together. There's a particular focus on the liaison officers because they're the ones that deal directly with the players and have the impacts on, just basically their daily lives. But I think, with football, we need to show a kind of solidarity together, because the game takes quite a bit of a knocking, and particularly at the age of, where they're looking after these young players and we're not producing enough and they're not well mannered and they're not, everyone gets labelled with the same brush. So I think the more the game can come together to collectively work to at this level of the game, the more promising it will be for England's future, and I think that has to be the biggest message.